Every day is a day and a chance to get it right. The problem is you believe that you can't do it because you're stuck under a invisible force. But then you also have to look at yourself and say that sometimes the force is coming from within. That force is fear. Every day we have a chance to change the trajectory of our lives, especially as the whole, as the collective. We have to figure out, understand the rules of the game and engagement, and really come to a solution that benefits all of us. Because at this point, we're wasting our time and squandering all the efforts that were laid down before us. We have to take the reign of the situation because our circumstances are becoming dire and more destructive. Regardless of anything in the history that has been told to us, we always knew that there was more. So we should always fight to understand who we are. So their foremost should be our history. We have to fight for our history. We have to be willing to do the necessary actions and or reactions to get the job done. At this point, we are simply rolling over, playing unalive. Crazy thing enough, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. However, and meanwhile, we've seen the same things over and over and over again. So at what point do we have to arm ourselves with real knowledge, understand the game that is being played, and then take the appropriate actions? Because asking has gotten us nowhere. At this junction, we must demand. We can't worry about who's concurring or trying to be in opposition, because as the collective, we're too strong. The problem is the force within is greater than the force that is bearing over our heads. So every day that we get that chance, we shouldn't squander it worrying and waiting when we should be taking actions, gaining access, gaining knowledge. Because nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. And I'm not telling you not to dream. I'm telling you to fight for your dreams. I'm telling you to not want to be in the promised land, but to always have the promised land. And I'm not saying that we can eradicate evil, because to understand good, you must first know evil. You must first see it. But we should minimalize it. We shouldn't be a part of the wickedness. We should not allow the wickedness. We should not sit back when we can do something about the things that are taking place, especially to us. No, I'm not a god. No, I'm not a king. Because anything self-proclaimed doesn't last. I'm not trying to lead you to a fight. I'm trying to be on the line, standing with you, to understand that I'm willing to either lie down and be breathless, or bear over, triumphant. But either way, there's no reason to be shackled to an invisible wall or invisible ball. There's no reason for the stress of our bearers to fall on us. In every transition of life in these decades and centuries, the only transitions happen to us. Their lives seem to be stable, always peaceful, and always organized, while we get to run amok in chaos. At what point do we sit back and say, there's no reason to take this? Because for them to actually enforce any of it, we would have to do it to ourselves. So, yes, we have to truly organize. Yes, we have to truly be loyal to each other. Yes, we have to be willing to go to both ends of the spectrum in order to get what we so heartedly deserve. We are no longer the servants. We don't want servants, but we're no longer the servants. We're not workers. We're people of God, simply here to enjoy the immaculate view, the structure, the premise, and the cycle of life. Because we know those bad days will torment us. However, the sun will shine again. We will feel the warmth of all that came before us and everything that will be after us. But right now, we should understand that we are not free. We are not liberated. We are not light. We are not loved. We are controlled. We are put through the ringer. We are given unto destruction. And then we reap the chaos. We're not chaos. We're built different. And even their history shows us that we built different. Anytime that we want to do anything, we're not messing with no one. We like to stay out the way. We like to love. We like to watch our brothers and our sisters' lights. We like to watch them shine. Because honestly, we don't know hate. We just carry it now. And now I'm asking to exchange that hate for knowledge. I'm asking to understand what we're doing now and what's going on. Because we have every day that we have breath to fix the situation until we no longer get the chance to. And we need this. We deserve it. It is our God-given right. And the only people that we should, or person, entity that we should ever have to ask is the Most High. But even then, it was already given. We just got to put the work in. And after we put the work in, we got to keep putting the work in, because we understand that evil does not stop. It's going to rear its ugly head once again. But that's why it's preparation, to always be prepared, so therefore you handle matters. You don't have to start them. So we must unite. We must study. We must gain true knowledge and learn the rules. Are not a problem. So take a chance on yourself. Every day you got breath.